Alright, before the video actually starts, I made this little scene in Godot. If you want to know how I did that, I'm going to be making another one, and I can record it and show y'all how it's done. It's a fun little process. It's fun like getting it set up, because Godot isn't necessarily made for that, but it was fun to do. The song that's being played in this is by my friend Maxed Out. I'll leave a link in the description to all of his stuff. But the video itself kind of has low quality. I didn't realize what my settings were when I started recording. I didn't realize until afterwards when I was looking at it that the settings were all messed up. The previous recording I was doing, but anyway, you can still get the basic idea of everything that's going on. I kind of talk through what's going on with my process, but it should be fine. And I'll be doing other modeling videos later on, so not to worry. Anyways, that's all. Enjoy the video. Okay, I'm going to start this off by explaining. I'm going to be modeling a vintage computer for a video game I'm working on. And I'm just kind of winging it. I just have one reference image that I'm going off of, and it's this one right here. A lot of this is just kind of winging it, and I mean, for me specifically, it's really more about getting a shape that I like, and that like works, rather than getting exactly what the reference image is. Just kind of like playing around with some stuff. But I'm going to speed this up a little bit, make sure this is on that. Okay. Yeah, so it's a lot of extruding and then sizing up properly. I realized like that was like way too thick in setting that, and then I subdivided the screen and then pulled out the middle point to like create some roundness to it. Right now I'm trying to figure out exactly how I'm gonna do the base, but I think I found a solution that I like. I think I went back and like tweaked that more later. I don't remember exactly, but I'm satisfied with the computer. Moving on to the tower, and I don't have a side profile of a tower. I didn't want to try to like get one that like matched up or whatever, so I just winged it. I think I like got up and went and got food or something at that moment. Yeah, the tower is super easy, done and done. The keyboard just kind of a wedge really, but I created a bunch of loop cuts specifically so that I could raise up, you'll see here, I'm going to raise up the all of the keys, and that's like way too high. I don't really do anything about it right now, but I wish I did. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Okay, now that's pretty much done. Now I'm creating the textures. Let's actually slow it down a little bit here. Let's back up just a smidge. Okay. Also keep something to note. I'm doing this on a 12-year-old MacBook, even this recording, so there's a lot of like loading that happens. So like right now I just created a new material, a texture image material, and then I'm doing a smart UV unwrap. It's just been the easiest thing for me to do so far. I hadn't really tried the other methods. I did try a new one earlier today on a different project that I might show you later, but I'm bringing the reference image back in and then trying to remember exactly what steps I need to do. Here we go. I'm creating the brush and then making a stencil. There you go. Let's speed it back up a little bit. Yeah, lining that up takes a long time, and then I kept having this issue where there's like some mirroring happening, and I couldn't figure out what the fucking issue was. It just like kept happening, and I just like got really frustrated and wiped everything clean. I figured out a better way to do that later on. I was like, oh, I'll flip it upside down. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what I did to fix this issue. let's find out. Future me is gonna find out what past me did. I think I ended up, exporting that as its own. I exported the keyword as its own object, and then brought it in. It's like set it up as its own project to do it, because there was some shit happening. I didn't know how to solve it in there. And then this is a lot of just finding good spots on the keyboard that I want to use to do certain areas. And I think I went back and redid the number pad because I did not like the way it was going. And all this right here, I spent a lot of time getting this like just right. I like really put a lot of time and effort into. I went and got some food or something, but I put a lot of time and effort. Let's kick this up a notch, shall we? Okay. A lot of time and effort into like getting this all right. I like brought in reference images from another computer to create those like vents. I like brought that on there, and then I used the edges of that image to like darken the rest of the screen. And so now and then I go into this without saving that previous texture for the monitor. So I'm like doing all this on here, not thinking about it. And then I put all this effort into this thing, feeling pretty good about it. Get it like where I want it. And then, cleaning up some edges. Redoing that. Yeah, that looks good. And then, I realized that I fucked up the monitor. So I have to like go back and redo the monitor, which is like really frustrating because I had it, I got it like just right, and the screen was being real fickle. And this was like super late at this point. It took me a long ass time to do this. But I mean, I had learned from it, and I just kind of like winged it. This is going to be like downgraded textures anyway, so you're not really going to notice any of the mistakes that I made. But I just redid all these, made them all separate, and then brought them in. And Bob's your uncle. Right there. Right like that. And we will look at... well, let's stop looking at that. Close that down. Open up Blender. This is the thing I was working on today. Made this earlier. These tires have like way too high of triangles, but it's not that big a deal. I don't need to be true to anything. I just need it to look fucking sick, which I think it does. I'm pretty freaking happy with how this turned out. I'm really happy with it. But let's look at that computer. Computer 3. We'll save that. I don't know why the tower is taking so. That was weird. Alright, so this is with the downgraded textures. This is the completed monitor. These are all independent objects, so I can arrange them as I need. I need to do the mouse still, but yeah, this is honestly a really, really easy project. I got the idea from another time lapse, but like there's no voiceover, no one really talking about how they fucking did it, what went into it. But this is pretty easy shapes. Like this, it's just a slightly misshapen cube. This is a little bit more complex, but really not that complex. It's a cube that is misshapen, and then I created a bunch of loops, loop cuts with Control R or Command R in my case, and I just like placed them in the right spots and then selected all the faces of the things that I wanted to raise and then extruded those up. Pretty easy. And then this, very similarly, I took a cube and then on the front I inset the face inward, and then on this one I extruded it outward and then misshape it down here, and then had to get a little bit creative with this thing down here, but anybody could figure that out if they're planned ahead instead of doing it like I did. If you like did the base at the beginning, like started with the cube and then did the base and then went up from there, then I think it'd be easier. But that's it.